Everybody, this is Alessandra. Welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. I'm extremely excited, can you tell from my smile? We're going to be making a traditional cake that all of us have had for years and years and years. It's a combination of an American cassata or a cannoli cake because it has the cannoli filling. Don't get overwhelmed, it's pretty much 5 steps, but you know I go slowly. All the ingredients will be written under the recipe, under the video, and also on my www.alessandrasfoodislove.com website. All the videos and recipes are there. So let's get started. We're basically going to start with the sponge cake. Then we're going to make the cannoli cream. Then we're going to make the bagna, and we're going to be using the Grand Marnier, which is an orange and cognac, and it really marries, si sposa benissimo with the ricotta cream. And then we're going to decorate it with a whipped cream. So here I have my whipped cream and my powdered sugar, and then the almonds to decorate the outside. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the sponge cake. You could also make this in 2 days, like make your cake the day before, and very importantly, you need to drain the ricotta. I just want to show you. Here's the ricotta. It's been draining for over 12 hours. Look at all the milk that came out of it. So that milk just makes the cream very runny, and you want it thick and delicious. So let's get started. The pan di Spagna, very simple. It's a sponge cake, and it is a simple cake. The trick is whipping up those eggs nice and thick that makes the cake rise. And it's simple. The eggs, the sugar, the flour, so that's the first step. Second step, we have a ricotta that's been draining. I have 2 cups of confectionery sugar. I have half a cup of chocolate chips, little chocolate nibs. I like the baby ones, not the large ones. Stick with the little ones, it's better. Half a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I have just a pinch of cinnamon. Some of you that have cinnamon oil, that's even better. So it doesn't change the color, but just adds the flavor. Just a couple drops is perfect. Then in order to make the bagna that we wet the cake with, we're going to be using a cup of water. I have half a cup of sugar. I have 3 peels of orange and a cinnamon stick. This is optional, but it does add good flavor. Now we're going to be adding about 2 shot glasses, which is 2 ounces. You want to add a little more, a little less, it's up to you. I think 2 does the trick. And then right here for the whipped cream that we're going to decorate the cake, I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Right before whipping it, I put it in the freezer so it's nice and cold. And I have 2/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. And then right here I have 2 cups of sliced almonds that I toasted in a 350 oven for about 10 minutes until they were golden. Be careful not to burn them. Sugar and eggs go in. Now, if you have a handheld mixer, you need to put it on the highest setting. Same thing with a stand-up mixer. I put it on the highest setting because the success of this cake is the air that gets incorporated into the eggs and the sugar, and then you sift in the flour. Otherwise, if it doesn't get, non si gonfia, it doesn't get frothy, the cake is going to be flat. So this is very important. So let's get underneath it and let's get it started. Before you do this, get the oven on 350 so it's nice and hot. Let's get started. Take a look, it's really nice and airy. It has tripled in size, and that's exactly what you want. Very important, the eggs need to be at room temperature. So if you forget to take them out early, just put the eggs in hot tap water. The H is difficult for me with the English. Hot tap water, and just let them sit 20 minutes and they'll be nice and warm. Okay, so that's ready. Let's incorporate the flour. Take a look at the egg mixture. You see how light it is and fluffy and pale in color. Now what we're going to do, we're going to add the flour, but not all at once. We're going to do a 1/3 at a time. Okay, what you do is you're going to tap it so you sift it in. Once you put the first third of the flour, what you're going to do with a spatula, you're going to mix bottom to top. Scrape bottom to top like this. Make sure you break the flour little balls so like that it gets well incorporated, just bottom to top. The last batch of the flour you add, it looks like it's not going to get incorporated. Just gently keep at it and you'll see that it will. I have a 9-inch spring form, okay? I've greased it with spray and then I put the parchment paper. I want you to put the parchment paper sticking out because what that does, it guides the dough to rise and you get a really nice and high and light pan di Spagna. So again, the bottom as the parchment paper and all around sticking out, and we're gonna go ahead and just pour it in. Ready for the oven. In a small saucepan, we're going to add the water, the sugar, the cinnamon stick, and the 3 orange peel. Make sure you don't get the white part because that's bitter, the pith. Okay, let it come to a boil. Let it boil for a few minutes until the sugar is all dissolved, the orange peel releases its flavor, and so does the cinnamon stick. Syrup is ready. Just strain and let it cool. Cool. It's time for the Grand Marnier. Thank you, Brother Joe. This was his Christmas gift. I love edible gifts. Love them. Eat them, you're done. Okay, going to put, here's one. I'm going to put the 2 ounces in. Okay. Mix it, and there you go. Now set this on the side. You could also do this the day before, so the day of when you're putting the cake together, it's not overwhelming, because this is a labor of love, let's face it. But when everybody sits down, and I always get asked, what do you love about cooking? You know what I love about cooking? I love when everybody's sitting down and tasting what I made, and their smiles, their kind words is what makes me love cooking, really. So just, but some things take a lot of time, so I like to take the shortcut. So make this the day before and keep it in the fridge till you're ready to use it. Let's make the cannoli cream. Here's the drained ricotta. We're going to add the sugar in, the cinnamon, and the vanilla. It's going to be on low speed. You don't want to overwork it. And plus you don't want the powdered sugar to fly all over the kitchen. So you're going to do it slowly. I'm going to fold in the chocolate chips. Let's get the cream in the fridge while you get everything else ready. The whipped cream made. A couple tips. You could put the heavy whipping cream in the freezer for about 5 minutes. Also, your bowl, keep it in the freezer or in the fridge. Being that it's so cold outside, I just put it outside on the deck. Perfect. It's like it's coming out of the freezer. Now, also you could add, so you have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and I have 2/3 of a cup of powdered sugar, confectioners sugar. What I do, I'm not adding any vanilla. You could add some vanilla if you like, but what I do, this is a little trick. When I use my vanilla pods, I remove the seeds and I keep the outside in my powdered sugar canister, so that makes for a lovely vanilla powdered sugar. So here it goes. I'm gonna add first the cream. Medium speed, let it start whipping, and then slowly add a big spoon at a time of the powdered sugar. See, whipped cream nice and stiff. Get it back in the fridge until we're ready to assemble the cake. Pan di Spagna out of the oven. It looks fantastic. Let's let it cool and then we put the cake together. The assembly begin. This is always the most exciting part. Ecco qua. Perfetto pan di Spagna. I'm going to flatten the top out and I'm going to flip the cake. So the top is going to be the bottom and the bottom that's nice and flat is going to be the top. See that? Nice and bucherellato, my nonna would say. It's got the holes, all the holes. I'm going to cut it in 3 equal parts. So let me start with the top layer. Ecco qui, look at this. Look at that, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna place it right here and let me try to get another even slice. So I'm gonna hold it flat. I have a bread knife and I'm cutting right all around. So avoid the 3 discs. Okay, perfect. So now, next step. I'm gonna take a little bit of the ricotta cream and put it right in the middle here. That's gonna act as a glue so that the pan di Spagna, the cake, will not fall off. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these parchment paper pieces, okay? And that's going to be what's gonna keep my work area clean. I'll just be able to slip them off later. Okay, now I'm going to take the first layer like this, okay, like that. And now let's start getting the mixture in. Since the pan di Spagna lacks any fat, any butter or oil, it really is like a sponge. So all the liquid needs to be slowly absorbed. Try to get it all around the rim, because that's the drier part. And now let's get the cannoli cream right on. Okay, now the next piece on. And again, you're going to start wetting it. Okay, second layer done. Let's get the cream right on. Now top layer on. This also needs, so nice and easy, give it time to get absorbed, because even the top layer needs the syrup in order to become soft and tasty. Now let's start with the whipped cream. And what we want actually is the sides is the more important part, because the whipped cream is gonna act like a glue for the almonds. Remember, I'm not a baker. I have no professional training. I'm just a very happy person to share the little tips I picked up through the years. So I'm going to use a cookie spatula just to try to pick up the tray, okay? And what I'm going to do is, all right, very carefully, I'm going to pick it up, right? Now I'm going to put a cookie sheet underneath it because I don't want to make a mess everywhere. And then I am going to place my almonds right on the side, just like you see the cake bows from Hoboken. I actually had the honor of knowing Buddy in the 90s when he delivered the sweets to Park Casino in Weehawken, New Jersey. Lovely, lovely, lovely person. The wife, the whole family. Okay, here we go. So you see the ones that fall, you could just put them right back. many as I could on. We still have some left. They're great in your oatmeal in the morning. I'll just eat them like that as a snack. Okay, so now the next step. I have a disposable 16-inch piping bag. I have a Wilton 8B just piping tip. Any star tip would do, really. You don't need anything special. And now we're just gonna finish the decoration on top. Squeeze the heavy cream down, and now it's up to you. I like to do little roses like this. Little star, little roses, whatever you want to call them. I think it makes it for a beautiful cake. So you just go around, and then you do the inner circle just by going around and around. Let it fall off to the side a little bit so it meets with the almonds, and it looks really professional. Just went around and around. Perfect. Oh mio Dio, so simple and so beautiful. Okay, now this is the part that my mother says, Alessa, a te piace perdere tempo, you like to waste time. So I got myself one of these exciting tweezers. Makes me feel professional. So I'm gonna grab the little chocolate chip, and I'm gonna place it right on top of each peak. Last one on. Mission accomplished. What do you think, guys? Again, we need to pick it up. So here I'm gonna now place it on my serving plate. There it goes. And now see, I'm just going to remove the little sheets that I had. See that? So like that, there's no mess. Just gently. Ecco qui, the cake is ready. Here it is, delicious cake. I hope you believe that it's delicious and you make it too. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. A lot of recipes coming, and so you could be notified as soon as I put up a new video. Grazie, alla prossima, arrivederci. By the way, this is going for my nephew. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Joseph. Zia loves you very much. And he loves pastiera and this cake, and that's what I'm bringing tonight. Take care.